everybody, it's Mike Delisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Stronghold Undead by Ignacy Trzewiczek. Portal Games, 2 great commanders, 1 epic siege, win or be forgotten. 2-player game, 90 plus minutes. The tireless forces of Arcton. An undead army of vampires, skeletons, and phantoms march toward the Pearl Keep. Once they reach the fortress, an epic struggle will determine the outcome as courage opposes tyranny, light opposes darkness, and arrogance opposes desperation. Which side are you on? A complex game designed specifically for 2 players that offers a variety of interesting strategies and options, a fully asymmetric game with each player given completely different tools and means to achieve victory. A standalone game that takes mechanisms known from Stronghold and transforms them into a new and exciting way to tell a brand new story. All right, so Stronghold being an older game, this looks like being an iteration on that, a standalone 2-player game. Here is our rule book, and it is a significant one. This is, as they said, looks like a pretty complex game. A lot of different components here. Okay, the board, the basics, you have different units. The invader's goal is to breach the stronghold before the end of the 8th round. Time works against you. The defender's goal is to defend the stronghold for 8 rounds. If after the 8th round assault phase, the invader has not breached the stronghold, the undead army turns to dust and you win if you're the defender. If you're the invader, you got to breach those walls. All right. Here we've got the different setup for invaders, setup for defenders. Looks like a lot of cards. Basic strategies for the invader and the defender. All right. It says, Stronghold Undead is played over a series of up to 8 rounds. Each round is divided into 5 phases that must be played in order. Here they are. Phase 1, supplies. Phase 2, spells. Phase 3, maneuvers. Phase 4, assault. And Phase 5, cleanup. And it goes into much more detail about each of those 5 phases that make up each round, up to 8 rounds in the game. Okay. Go into more and more detail. Obviously, they're going to spend a fair amount of time on assault. We've got ranged combat. All right. And then we've got some iconography and clarifications on the back. We've also got an aid sheet for both the invader, double-sided, and for the defender. There's a lot of information on that aid sheet. And a fair amount of, oh no, actually, I thought I was picking up a lot of cardboard, and mostly I was picking up the board. So, not a whole lot of cardboard here. Okay, but seems to be of fine quality. All right, I will not unpunch all these right now, but just give you an idea of the art and graphic design. And then this board, which feels to me that is going to be massive, which means that I will likely not get it all on a single camera shot. So I will try to maybe do a little bit of scrolling here. Wow, yes, this is a relatively large map. So I'm on a small table here. So what I'm going to try to do is zoom out as much as I can, which is right there. And then I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a scroll here. All right, there's the bottom of the board. There's the top of the board. Let's go here. All right. And give you a little bit of a panning view of this board. It's a large board, more wide than it is tall, but I think that gives you a pretty good idea. All right, so that's our board. There's a fair amount of space for cards and units to be placed upon the board. Let's get back to the components here. We've got a large screen printed bag for the undead. You can fit your hand in there very easily. We've got a lot of cubes. Wooden cubes. Many, many of those. We've got some other wooden components that I will show you as soon as I can get this bag closed again. There we go. Like we've got some ranged units, at least that's the impression I get. Looks like they perhaps are shooting something there. We've got some walls here. Okay. We've got some other types of units. Custom wooden meeples here. We've got some hourglasses, wooden hourglasses. All right. All of these seem of good quality. More custom wooden components. There we go. I can get a good idea from there. But wait, there's more. Got some, what looks like kind of crossed bones there. So a whole lot of custom wooden components here. So these are some extra sets, it looks like, in case maybe you lose one. Little wooden disc. I don't need to feel like I need to open that up. And then we've got some, feels like acrylic gems and crystals. Ah, shiny. Look at that. Oh. All right. Very nice. And then we've got some cards. We've got some mini-sized cards and some more standard-sized cards. Let's look at the mini-sized cards first. Cooperate with me, cards. There we go. All right. These look like they have just a bit of iconography along the bottom. Mostly made up of some art, which is very stylized. This is obviously very simple to read and figure out. All right. Let's take a look at these standard size cards. I see right here on the top we've got the Bone Thrower, the Skull Catapult, Gallows Forest. All right, so these have a little bit of iconography, but mostly text explaining what the card does. Cauldron malfunction. I hate it when that happens. You know, if you can't count on your cauldron to work, what can you count on? All right. Nerves of Steel. All right, well, I know that Stronghold is a game that had a pretty strong reputation. It's not one that I've actually played before, but this looks like a pretty meaty two-player game with a fair amount going on, asymmetrical. That is Stronghold Undead. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.